welcome back to Small Talk Queens, episode 77. I'm Megan.
I'm Kelly.
So by the time you're seeing this, we're recording early because, Memorial Day, I'm away. There's still, Gladys and Gertrude Goosemeyer are still in their festive, Goosemeyer. I named them accordingly.
Oh.
In their festive, patriotic, wear.
Do you know what I had to do yesterday?
Oh, we didn't introduce ourselves. Sorry.
Oh.
Hey, I'm Megan. If you're new, I'm Megan.
I'm Kelly.
We have foul mouths, and so if you don't
Look
like
at
that
their
kind of
picture.
thing, then just you want to tune out now. Go on with yourself. Happy birthday, Michael, our friend Michael.
Yes.
His birthday. And
Happy birthday, Michael.
Hopefully everybody had a nice Memorial Day weekend. For those of you in the States.
I'm trying to find a picture because you were talking about your geese,
They
and
actually look like ducks, but it's okay.
I had to actually come to a complete stop on a main road yesterday. I thought I took a picture. What was that noise?
My foot.
Oh.
My slipper on the shoe.
I thought it was this fart.
I did not fart.
Because there were two geese and like 5 little ducklings crossing
They're not
the
ducklings,
road.
they're goslings.
Goslings. I like ducklings better. Goslings.
They're
Sounds
goslings.
like Ryan Gosling, for God's sake.
They're goslings. They're baby geese.
Goslings.
Have you ever seen the inside of a goose's mouth?
No, why would I?
It's terrifying.
When would
Look
I-
it up. Look it up.
No,
Google
wait.
it right now.
Okay, wait. I'm trying to find.
It is horrifying.
I'm trying to find the.
Okay, well, I'll keep talking while she looks for fucking goose pictures.
I can't find
So,
it.
speaking of geese, they're birds and things that lay eggs.
Oh, here it is.
So it's
Here's the picture. You
Yeah.
can't really see it. It's blurry because I was driving, but see the little baby geese? See the geese?
I see the geese. So, okay, hang on. Before I talk about eggs, I figured out.
Here we go.
Let me tell you about. There's a new Pennsylvania law about driving and using the phone. In case you've not seen it, it goes into effect next week, the beginning of June, June 5th, I think.
I normally don't, but
Well, so while I'm at it, I'll go back to the egg. You cannot touch your phone while you are in the driver's seat with the car. You have to be pulled over. You cannot be, even at a red light or stop sign, you cannot, accept
even if it's
a call.
on the thing.
You cannot, from what I understand, you cannot do anything with your phone unless you pull off to the side of the road.
Makes sense?
Unless it's an emergency, then you can call for 911 or whatever. But it's named after a guy or a kid, teenager, young man who was killed from someone checking their phone
Not
and
paying attention.
swerved the line and had a head-on collision. So, new law, anyone in Pennsylvania, and we're in Pennsylvania, so some of you are in Pennsylvania. Why do my eyes look crossed? Every time, maybe it's the glasses. Do my eyes look crossed?
No.
Every time I look up, it looks like my eyes are crossed. And I'm
No.
like, it's a glare. It's a glare on this lens. So it makes this eye look like it's like, anyway, I can't. Are you sure?
Yeah, look again.
I mean, it's just take my
No.
glasses off.
No.
I can't. I can't.
I can't see without my glasses on.
Okay, anyway. So, new law, Pennsylvania law, going into effect first week of June. So, those of you in PA, check that out.
Okay.
So, best hard-boiled egg.
Here we go.
I used to do the Martha Stewart version, which is different than this version.
I just looked it up in Joy of
That
Cooking.
you put, everybody has a fucking different answer.
I know.
But I finally found one that is actually, fucking good. The Martha Stewart way was to put them in the water, then turn it on, boil for 5 minutes, and then turn the heat off and let sit for 10 minutes or something like that. This is, you heat the water first, bring it to a boil. Put the eggs in. I just spoon them in carefully.
Try not to crack them.
Boil them for 13 minutes on a low boil. So
this is my recipe from The Joy of Cooking.
Okay, well, boil it hard to get the water boiled. Put the eggs in, return to boil, then reduce to just a low boil, a light, gentle bubbles, it said, gentle bubbles. And then for 13 minutes, then turn off, put in, and most importantly, which this is also the part that I used to neglect, was an ice bath for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Then peel. Those fucking shells just come off lickety split. It is amazing.
Unless the eggs are really, really fresh, because then the shell still kind of sticks.
It said it does not matter if they're fresh eggs or old eggs. It does not matter. Follow this.
This is the recipe.
And you can leave the hard-boiled egg. Because my thing was always that, once you hard-boil them, you keep them... I thought you would, keep them in the shell in the refrigerator. This says you could peel them, which you peel immediately then. The shell comes off. Easy peasy. Put into an airtight container, and they're good for up to 5 days. They're good up to 6 days, because I had stretched that fucker to the 6th day, and they were still fine. I was worried that they would get like funky.
You'll be sorry if they...
They were fine. I mean, and the yolk is perfect. Usually when I do them, I end up with the yolk. They do a little teeny hole through the middle of the yolk that's not cooked, which is fine. I mean, it's not that it's uncooked. It's just like a different color. It's fine, for fuck's sake. Here I am at 40-some years old. It's still okay.
Might give you the re.
It does not. That reminds me of what Maureen called them.
Maureen.
We have to go back to
We have to go back.
Do not use fucking last names. I keep calling out people's names. Or the yolk turns like a grayish-greenish color because I overcook it.
Yeah.
This is perfect. A beautiful yellow shade. The yolk is creamy. Lovely. Not overly dry. Not undercooked. Perfect.
If you can't remember this, just get the joy of cooking because it's right there under hard boiled
egg. I don't know that I have the joy
and
of cooking.
soft boil. It tells you how to do all of them.
This was just, I wanted like the best hard boiled egg. And the fact, because you want to see me go into a fucking rage.
Okay, Mike Spicer.
Fucking back.
Okay, Mike Spicer.
People, I can't. Trying to peel an egg and half the goddamn egg goes with it.
How are they mowing when it's downpouring?
It's not downpouring at the moment. It's wet though. You shouldn't tear the fucking yard up. Anyway. So that was
perfect.
like
How many eggs did you do?
I did 10 the first time, 12 the second time, and they all fit nicely into.
And how do you get them to not crack? Because when I'm putting them in, they tend to crack. Even though I'm not dropping them in, I'm like placing them in. It's like the change of temperature cracks my fucking eggs.
None of mine have cracked so far.
I was hostile right before Easter when I was doing.
They must have already had like a little crack in them or something. I didn't have a single one crack. I was hostile though when I pulled 2 out of the container and they were broken on the bottom.
Here's me in the grocery store lifting up like 20 different lids to see which ones are cracked.
So Joe gets, because of the price of eggs and everything. Now he gets like the big plastic one that has like what fucking 36 or something.
Oh.
No, it's more than 18. It's at least 2 dozen, but that's the best deal. So he gets that.
I need to get eggs.
And so like that's my like a snack of a hard boiled egg. Like
John needs eggs.
Day. So anyway, and you were telling me, so we have the Delve deck out today because we're probably gonna pull a card. We haven't pulled one in a while, but you were telling me the other week that they have 2 new ones out.
They do. I don't even know if they're new, but they're new to us.
One is about fucking joy.
One is rage.
Fuck the joy though. Fuck the joy. We're not getting the joy one. Fuck that. What we will do, the one about rage or things that bring you rage or things that make you hostile or something like that.
It says rage.
We're gonna have to get that.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to fucking order that because.
Yeah. I think it's in my Amazon cart. Yeah.
I can't. Every time I look up, the fucking glare on this lens just makes my eye. I can't. I gotta look away.
Talk about rage.
I just gotta.
Talk about rage.
It's maddening. I can't look up.
Talk about rage. Well, we're talking about eggs and the perfect hard-boiled egg instructions. According to an analysis of Instacart and surveys, these are the 3 most hated foods in America. Can you guess?
Lima beans?
No, that would be mine. And lima beans is not one, but it should be.
Why are people ordering food on Instacart they fucking hate?
I guess they did an analysis of what things are not going into the cart ever, and then they did it, and they also did surveys. No.
I'm thinking of the things I don't like.
No, yeah.
We had salad recently with
lima beans and fucking liver should be on there, but
every once in a while, before you get back to that, I will try foods that I have not liked. I'll try them every once in a while just to see, like, in case now I like them. But my issue is usually more of a texture than the taste.
Well, this is one of the reasons.
So, like, lima beans, whoa, taste and texture. Can't do it. I'm sorry if you like lima beans. Joe loves them. I'm like, look.
So does Dad.
Some peas, like, I love split pea and ham soup. Fucking love it. But the peas are cooked, and they're not, like... And I like, I used to make... I don't know if you've had it. I make a pea salad, but they're raw peas. Like, basically, like...
They're crunchy.
Frozen peas that I thaw, and I blanch them for, like... blanching, like you drop it in the hot water for like 2 minutes, whatever, a minute or two, just blanch them, like a quick blanch. Take them out, let them cool, and then you mix cheddar cheese, bacon bits, or fake bacon bits. Either way, it's still good, and ranch dressing. And it's a very nice, fresh summer salad. And the texture of them, I can handle that way. And I can handle them like in certain other ways. Like I love like the long peas. What are they called? Like the
sugar snap
peas. I love those. They're often in Chinese food. I love them. But otherwise, peas, like, you give me a fucking plate full of peas and that mush, I can't do it.
I'll vomit.
In beets, like, there was this place in the city that we had gone with Mom and Dad years ago. And they made a shaved beet salad that was, like, really good. But they weren't mushy. Like, so it must have been, like, I don't know what, a beet, like a beet when you grow it, like.
It's kind of hard.
It's like a root vegetable. And my friend's mother had pickled them once, and they were really good. But we had a salad recently and it came with beets, and so I tried a couple to see if I liked them. I still can't do it. It was the
Texture.
It was cold and it was mush. I had to, that's my sneaker. Anyway, so I put them in Joe's salad.
So the reason I'm going to tell you. So the reason these are the 3 most hated foods in America is based on a survey and Instacart analysis. Oh,
fuck.
And the reason said from some of the people it had to do with a texture.
My straw got away.
The reason people didn't like these was not necessarily always because of taste. It had to do with texture, as you said. So here are the 3 most hated foods: black licorice.
I love black licorice.
Oysters and anchovies.
I love anchovies.
There's something wrong with you.
Love anchovies.
So black licorice, oysters.
Have you even tried anchovies? Well, you don't eat fish.
No, I've eaten anchovies.
Oysters are about the only seafood that I will. You told me you've never had mussels. How the fuck have you never had mussels?
I've never, but I had oysters because Aunt Mabel used to come and they used to make oyster stew at Grandma's house, and that was best.
Okay, so I had once in a while at a really good place, like a reputable place, I will have like a raw oyster, and often they have them like these wine dinners we used to go to at this Italian place in the city. Would have hors d'oeuvres before dinner, and with each hors d'oeuvre, with a little sip of wine, like a sample of wine. And so they were raw, usually with like salt or something on them, or lemon or lime or something, and you just suck it off quick. You don't chew it, you swallow the fucker, quick. And it would have an okay taste. You're not supposed to chew a raw oyster because that's fucking disgusting. So
I'm gonna dry heat
once in a
in my
while,
mouth.
I'll have one of those. Dad won't eat them raw, though, I don't think.
Because he's smart.
Dad likes them fried. And my issue, and I'm going to apologize up front, was going to gross some people out. My issue is that when we were younger and went on vacation with Bob and Sharon, Mom and Dad, our parents' friends, Bob bit into an oyster, a fried oyster, and green stuff came out. I don't know if it's supposed to or not, but I just remember that and being horrified at the table, and so I think of that. That being said, though, when we were in New Orleans, Joe and I don't usually eat I don't like fried food, like a French fry once in a while, whatever, but or like an egg roll. But otherwise, I don't like battered and fried things. But we got a po' boy, and it was half shrimp and half oyster, but they were both fried. And so there were fried oysters in that, but it tasted like anything else because they're fucking
fried,
battered and fried, so it just tasted like whatever.
Right.
Oysters, once in a while, depending on where I'm at, and if it's reputable, yes. Anchovies, I fucking love. We were at the Italian place the other week. I ordered penne. Fuck, what was it? Penne something. Started with a P. Now I forget what it's called. Anyway, but it came with capers, olives, and anchovies. And usually they're skimpy on the anchovies. Anytime you get in a Caesar, I love Caesar salad. I always ask if they have anchovies. Sometimes they don't.
Oh god.
I'll get it on my pizza too. I love it. So the waitress asked me, she said, was there enough anchovy in there? I'm like, there was enough. I'm like, to me, there's no such thing as too much anchovy. So
they're just really salty.
Look, I like my salt. I like to have my olives in a martini.
Yeah.
Look, and Joe had never tried an anchovy, and then I had gotten some, and so he tried one. He's like, these are fucking good. I'm like, I know, right? Like it's like a salt lick with a little bit of fish. I mean, it's like fucking salty. So when I make us our cauliflower pizzas, we put anchovies on them, and they are good.
I used to eat sardines, and I can't believe that. Dad's dad used.
Don't they have the heads on them?
Dad's dad. Well, these didn't. They came in those tin cans, which are now popular. Tell me why? There's
sardines
art in all this.
Been...
No. Like the artwork. I see so many things with the tin can drawn on it, and the sardines and greeting cards, and I don't understand the thing with sardines. But Granddad used to have them. Used to twirl that tin lid back or whatever the hell it was, and he used to stand there and just eat them at the fridge, and I ate them too. And now you couldn't pay me to do it.
We should try one and see if you like them. We don't eat fish though.
No,
you really just don't eat it.
I eat some fish.
You should eat it twice a week. It's good for you.
Okay, well, it also is high in it can be high in mercury.
For fuck's sake! I mean, come on now.
Okay, so but listen.
What was the other one? It was anchovies.
Black licorice.
Oh, I love black licorice.
Dad loves black licorice.
Love black licorice. And the occasional Jägermeister that tastes like black licorice, but I have to really be kind of in the mood for that. My friend Sally once said, she was like, Jäger fucking Meister. And every time I have it, I think of that. I was cleaning out the fridge last week, and we have a little sample bottle of Jäger in there.
You smell it?
Well, I was like, I should just fucking drink this quick and just be done with it to get out of the fridge. But I don't want to dump it. And it has to be cold, which is why it's in the refrigerator.
Right. We used to have a bottle.
People I know people that go to the Penn State tailgates, and they have the ice luge. You know my friend who does that. they have the ice luge. You just get it at the end, and like I'm gonna have to someday just go to one of these tailgates just to do the Jägermeister ice luge because. I mean, I feel like I should be doing the Jägermeister ice luge.
We used to have a bottle of Jägermeister and a bottle of Goldschlager. And so we had the licorice and we had the cinnamon covered. And I don't know why we had those in our refrigerator for the longest time.
So a friend of ours, I think it was just like a year, I had never had Fireball, which everyone talks about Fireball.
I've never had it either.
Was this you with the Fireball? So we had been out to dinner and went back to our friend's place. Joe and I went back with him, like, for drinks. I don't even know. Probably had like limoncello or something. I don't know. But for whatever, I started having. I think it was Fireball. Please let me know.
It's like cinnamon.
It was tasty. It was tasty. But I mean, I don't usually drink a lot of hard liquor. Like my days of doing shots are kind of over. It depends on who I'm with. But I mean, look.
So back to the black licorice. I don't like black licorice, but I will eat. How do you say it? Anise.
I don't
that
know.
Spice.
John calls it anus.
I know. So you know, my husband, the 50-year-old that acts like he's 10. So I don't even know how to say it.
Well, fennel kind of tastes like black
fennel
licorice
does too. So I have a recipe. It was out of the New York Times. We call it licorice chicken because it uses.
I've never had this.
It uses anise, the spice, liqueur,
or anise or anus. I'm not sure how it's pronounced.
Yeah. Anise. It uses that liqueur in it just a little bit, and then you use fennel too. You cook with the fennel.
French
it's chicken
writer?
and fennel.
A French writer.
Julia Childs?
No, Anise. What was her name?
Anise Nin?
Yeah.
So at any rate,
Her.
it's you can.
She wrote sex books or like
Right.
They weren't necessarily sex books, but they were risque for the time.
Okay. So
Anyway.
at any rate,
I used to be well read.
It's a New York.
I'm not now.
It's
but
a
I
New
used to
York
be.
Times recipe. It's Israeli chicken is really what it is. It's an Israeli recipe. But I was out of town once for Girls Weekend. The first time I went away, and John found this recipe and made it, and we like it. We've kept it.
I've never had that at your house.
I know.
I
could
reminds
make
me
it.
we're coming for dinner tonight.
I
Right?
know.
Okay. What are we having?
I could make it. Maybe I'll make this. I have to go to the grocery store. Oh.
I don't know if Joe likes black licorice. Oh, he does. I think he's had dad.
It doesn't really taste like black licorice.
I
It
love
just
black
gives it that
licorice.
flavor. But
I will
also
not
tolerate
red
it.
licorice. I don't like red licorice. I mean, I'll have a piece. And I'll go,
There's
whatever.
something wrong with you.
I'm not I don't really like candy. Like I like chocolate. Fucking eat the hell out of some chocolate.
So
but not other candy.
Okay.
But black licorice, I love.
So I have two things. I'm gonna dovetail here on the licorice, but I want to get to this one first. So I didn't know this. Somebody mentioned it to me at one of your parties, and then I was reading yesterday. Cilantro tastes like soap to those with the genetic sensitivity to.
There are a lot of people who hate it.
Yeah, because it tastes like soap to
Well,
those.
my friend that told you about that.
It has a bitter taste.
It happened. I think he said after he had COVID, like that he can't. Like I think it was after that he cannot eat it. I love cilantro, but I don't do except for
I like
basil,
cilantro in
except for
my
basil.
Mexican food.
Basil is the only herb that I will add fresh to anything that I'm cooking. Otherwise, it's just fucking dry, shaky herbs. Is garlic an herb? I guess it's an herb.
Yeah.
But
I like
it's a
cilantro
root
on
vegetable.
my
I don't know.
like a little bit of cilantro, like they throw the leaves on my tacos or whatever. Like
yeah,
my
but I
gourmet
won't.
tacos.
So like I will never like when we have like food here or whatever. And our friend is like, oh my god, there's cilantro. I never add it.
Right.
Basil is the only fucking fresh herb I'm ever adding to anything.
I've
besides
heard
garlic.
that from your friend, my friend, but I also read about it, and I didn't know that it was because you have a genetic sensitivity to the bitter taste, so it makes it taste like soap. That's what I didn't know. It's a genetic thing. It's not just COVID, but it's a genetic thing. So I thought that's.
I feel like he told me it kicked in after COVID.
It probably did. A lot of things happened, but so and then I'm going to segue onto your licorice thing. So Australia.
No, I want licorice.
Australia. Did you know that they are known for like great licorice, and it doesn't even matter what flavor.
I don't know
Like
if I
this
knew
licorice thing. There's a licorice site. It's called licorice.com. John loves licorice. So I've gotten him licorice and dad licorice. They have a whole section on Holland, as in the Netherlands licorice. They have a whole like Holland licorice thing, and there's Australian licorice, and then there's American licorice. But Australian licorice is really, really soft. Really soft.
I like a soft licorice over a really hard licorice.
And Trader Joe's sells licorice, you know, like the chunky sticks.
The chunks.
Not the long shoestrings, but that's also Australian. If you look at the back,
I don't like the skinny stringy ones.
I don't want the
those.
fucking shoe
But the
ties.
ones that we get, like so we Dad always gets them when we're at the beach at the candy store.
And they taste like
black
licorice
that are rolled in like the little candies.
Non-perils.
they're not non-perils, but they're like
No, but they're rolled in the little tiny things that they
like
roll
they're
in
like pink with a
non-perils.
little white middle. They don't always
Right.
have like they're whatever. They're all
It's a
different.
mix. So some of them are rolled in the non-perils. Some of them have pink around them. Some of them look like a Good and Plenty with that like hard candy coating on the
I love
outside.
them.
Oh God.
Well, you're
Why did
thinking-
I think that Good and Plenty was so good? Because it was always in the candy
They're always
display.
they're too chewy.
It was
They're
always
too
in the
chewy.
candy
That's not
display.
a quality piece of liquor.
No.
That's fucking garbage.
Is it coated with sugar and chocolate or just sugar? I don't even know. But I always wanted to
no
like them
chocolate.
because they were pink and white and maybe purple. I don't know. And they used to be at the gas station when Dad would let us go in the front display, you know, the candy cabinet. I always wanted, but they were licorice. I hated them.
And when Dad wouldn't buy something, the guy who owned the gas station would just
He was
fucking
an
give
older
it to
gentleman.
us.
Yeah, he just gave it to us.
Like stopping there on the way home from the pool,
Yeah.
get a popsicle, and he's
a
like,
banana
"No."
popsicle.
And then he's like, "Let them have one." As you remember, he used to chew on his cigar.
Yeah, he was a
He's a
World War
nice
II
man.
veteran. He's a very nice
He was
man.
a very nice
I'm sure
man.
Dad used to stop there for Saturdays on
You
Saturdays
remember
for
there
a
was a
cup of
cop
coffee.
that would hang out there.
For a cup of
He
coffee.
had puppies. Remember one time Dad would go there
Oh,
and they had
yeah.
like all the gentlemen would gather
Yeah,
and have
has back in the good old days.
like morning
Like he
coffee.
had a bench in there. He had
Yeah.
coffee, and then there was
I
like
can smell
a
it. It smelled like tobacco.
cigar, oil, and
It
gas.
smelled like a gas station and cigar and candy.
And he had that old kind of thing, that freezer that you lifted
The
up
old
and had the
freezers,
popsicles in
like,
there.
like a big deep freezer, and then the big glass case with candy in it.
Oh my God! And the candy was
God.
only like 25 cents. Dad used to buy the pack of M&Ms and split them
And
three
they
ways.
used to have the dark brown and the light brown. I mean, this was way back when, and he would divvy them up because there
Yeah.
were three of us. So like,
And he didn't
This
want
was
anybody
before
to
we
get
had-
pissed.
there was no blue. There wasn't red yet, right? There was two shades of brown: yellow, green, and orange.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. And if somebody had like an extra yellow, we'd like lose our fucking minds.
Right, Dad. Poor Dad.
And he would count out the Rolos too.
I know, the
He would-
Rolos.
we each-
Had to be even.
Gross.
Poor Dad. So at any rate, so we were talking about Australia and the licorice,
Yeah, back
and
to licorice.
now I want to tell you what I read about in National Geographic about Australia. Australia.
They have more poisonous snakes than any place in the world.
Well, there's that, but I'm not going there. It is about an animal. Australia has an absurdly huge feral camel problem.
They have camels.
Feral
in Australia?
camels. They're not necessarily
I was
indigenous.
thinking of the kangaroo, and then I thought about the guy that was killed with the kangaroo. Was
Right.
he killed or was just mauled?
I think he was killed from blunt force.
It's not funny. It is absolutely not
But
funny.
they say that kangaroos will box you, and that's what they mean. Like, right? Or their
We're going to
feet.
hell.
Their
I was so-
feet.
Please do not think we are
Their
horrible
feet.
human beings.
No, but so anyhow,
because they have little feet. They'll just like fucking knock you around.
So,
like
Australia has some odd things.
They don't have hooves though. You told me there's no hooves.
No hooves. I had to
They
look
have-
that up.
They're called claws. I
Claws.
just call
They're
them
like a
feet.
big foot. The ones that they stand
And
on.
they will fuck
And then
you
they've
up.
got the little. At any rate, so I mean, Australia has some interesting but weird, like the marsupials. Those aren't everywhere. You're not seeing marsupials hanging
There are
out
only
here
a
in the
few
wild.
marsupials. There's a kangaroo, and then
The
there's
platypus, and there's something else. The koala bear? No,
I don't remember.
I don't know. I probably just got that wrong too. Definitely
There's
the
a
kangaroo.
platypus. So there are two mammals that lay eggs, and one of them is a
It's a
variety of a
platypus?
platypus. Not all platypuses, platypi, I don't know, platypusy. I don't even know what they're called. But well, like octopus, like
Octopi.
is it octopi or is it octopussy?
I don't know, but I heard somebody saying it.
James
I don't know if they're
Bond's
trying to be
octopussy.
funny, but octopuses on TV. I heard them saying octopuses.
I just wanna say
I've never.
pusses.
I don't know, but let me go back
Okay.
to the absurdly large feral camel.
I did not know there were
population.
camels in fucking Australia.
So it's
and they spit on you, right?
yeah.
Oh,
They're in the
God.
outback. They were once brought to explore the outback and to help build the railroads because they're like
Like workhorses.
yeah, not horses, but
Well,
and because
right.
I guess
I
it's
mean,
so hot and dry
I realize it's
in
not a
the
horse.
outback, so hot and dry out in the
They were
outback that
good
the
for
camels
labor.
were good for exploring the outback and for building the railroads. But then they've stayed, okay, and they're about
And-
they're about 1,000 pounds each. The
And
camel,
reproduce.
yeah, but they really reproduce.
Can you? I don't mean to be horrifying here, but can you eat camel? Like in other countries, do they eat them?
I don't know.
Like I believe they eat kangaroo, like we eat deer.
Right, they do because
right?
Mom and Dad were
So
visiting
you
friends
eat
there, and they had
kangaroo.
kangaroo
But
because it's like
I
deer.
don't know. Can you
I don't
eat
know.
camels in other countries?
I don't know, but they're about 1,000 pounds. And they are destructive and messing with their ecosystems and the farmlands. These camel. So here's the
Are they
issue.
gonna thin them out or what?
Well, they do. They have. They do try to do that.
Like we do a deer here.
Yes, they do, because it's overpopulated. So it's hurting them, it's hurting the ecosystem, it's hurting everything. So, but here's how they become feral, because so many. So they can give birth every 2 years and live up to 40 years. Okay? So that means they can double in size every 9 years.
Sorry,
Which
I was
doesn't
checking something.
sound bad, but it is when they don't have like a natural predator and they are ruining
Is the
the
snakes not gonna get
farmlands. I guess not, or not enough. I mean, I don't think a snake's chowing on a camel every day.
Well, they don't chow on them, but if they bite them, it would kill
Right,
them.
I guess not. So, but they're messing with the farmlands because they are voracious consumers of plants. They destabilize the sand dunes by erosion because they're eating the plants, which take root.
Fascinating.
Okay.
Okay.
And this
There's
is the
more.
most interesting part. They foul up the water holes with their poop for the other animals.
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of poop,
And then they die of thirst poisoning from what little H2O is left.
because
There
they
you
poop in their water.
Yeah, even though they can subsist for weeks without a drink, but when they are thirsty, they can consume
Thursday?
when they are
Thursday. Thursday.
when they are thirsty, they can consume up to 50 gallons of water a day. Can you imagine?
No, it's a lot of water. But speaking of poop, the Delco pooper who we talked about the other week.
Oh, she got.
I heard she had a bad day in court.
Yeah, did you know why? Did you read
Well,
that?
no, because you sent me like a screenshot of it essentially, and I couldn't fucking click on it, so I couldn't read
her
it.
bad day in court was because the judge didn't take any of the things away from her. She threw the book at her. She is in trouble, and she didn't take away any of the public. Oh my God, she didn't have any of the charges dropped. The judge kept them all on her. So it's public lewdness. It's what is it?
I don't know. There's a lot of
Vandalism. But what do you call it when? Oh, public urination.
She didn't urinate. I mean,
No,
she pissed out of her ass.
Well,
but,
they
I
did
mean,
call it something that. I mean, they
Public-
named it.
public defecation.
There's probably a name. I'm gonna look it up.
I don't
But yeah,
know.
so that's why it's her bad day in court. The judge didn't take any of the things off
No
of
wonder
her.
she's probably having to do time for that. But like fines.
Yeah, but she's still in jail. Like she's in
jail.
like a little prison.
Whoa.
Let me see if I can find while we're talking here. But the Philly pooper, the Delco pooper, is still fighting. I don't know when her court date
I
is.
mean, on one hand, I'm appalled, and on the other hand, she's like my champion.
She,
I'm like,
I just want to ask a couple questions. Like, I'm wondering if this goes to trial or something. I don't know why it would go to trial, but I'm just wondering, like, how do you poop like that on demand? And it was
well, she must have been ill.
it was diarrhea.
Okay, we're not gonna keep going on. If you've not seen that episode, go back if you look. But
Well, and that reminds me, we were talking about hot in, hot out,
yes,
and
Maureen,
our friend
yes.
and her sisters refer to it as what? Hot hole.
hot hole.
They call it a hot hole. I got a hot hole.
That was 2 episodes ago.
When
We're
you
talking
have-
about
when
the,
you
the
have-
spicy marinara that I ate
Yeah.
too much of that came
or the
in,
jalapenos.
it
When you eat
came in hot and went out hot. So it was and thank you, Maureen, for
for finding humor in that.
well, also because I'm not the only one. I mean, I know I'm not the only one. Like, I mean, it happens. Again, like the body does phenomenal things. It should be celebrated.
Yeah, that is
Talk about-
not one of the great things. You would think that
I mean, I called you to tell you about it, right? I came out and like, Joe, you're not even believe this. Like,
you would think that the body would like lessen the
Well, you think at
spiciness of
48
it as
years
it's like
old?
going on.
I mean, I was only like a couple hours later. I mean, there wasn't a lot of digestion going on there. It was like, I mean, it just, my body was like, go fuck yourself.
Wait,
Get
I want to
out.
put this up here. So here's a picture of the Delco pooper, the girl in like the purple lavender dress, just so you can see it. Now, let me tell you, a Ridley Park woman.
We're not going to read the article.
I know.
You can Google
oh
it.
my God.
Google it.
Added.
I love how she look. Show that because she's smiling in her mugshot.
She's-
This is her mugshot, and she's like fucking smiling. I
She's
love it.
demented.
I love it.
So wait, so I want to tell you what she got. So they added one count three days ago when she didn't have her good day in jail. I mean in court. They added open lewdness.
Yeah.
At the preliminary hearing. So, and they called for a witness. Oh my God.
Well, there were witnesses. The
I know,
person
but
whose
they-
car it was that she shit on, and the
how would you like to tell your work? I can't come in today because I got to go to this preliminary hearing to talk about the person that I saw shit on somebody else's car.
Well, you'll never forget it.
No, but I'm trying to find what all the charges
Google
are
it.
that
People
she
can
got.
Google it. If you're interested, just Google it, and then you can read the whole article and see all the charges. We don't have to keep going on with it. It's
Okay, well, you
it's
talk. I'm
gross.
going to find
Yeah,
it
well, I'm
because
gonna pull
I want to
apart
know what
and
they
everything.
are. I want to know what they
I
are.
mean, we spent enough time talking about that, though. I mean, there's
Well,
a lot
I mean,
about the Dalco pooper. Like, we're good.
It's
we're good.
it's fun. Did you
It's
know?
disgusting.
Did you know that Eminem is he's re-releasing tomorrow? I think it's the 25th anniversary of Slim Shady.
My God, you know how old that makes me feel?
25th anniversary of
Freezing.
Slim Shady.
Okay, that makes me feel old.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it like that. It makes me feel old. And
Speaking of old, we're going to see The Who this summer. We added that to our list of concerts we're going. I mean, Joe perseverated over it for like a couple weeks, and finally I was like, just buy the fucking tickets.
why do you say perseverate? He was just thinking about it.
We kept talking about it. We went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And I kept saying, just buy the tickets. I didn't really want to go because I already seen that. He's seen them multiple times. I've seen them. They're not my favorite.
Did anybody die
Again,
from
with
the
British
Who?
band.
Like,
I
are they
don't-
all the original?
I don't think it's the original, and he's on a call, so we can't holler out to him.
Wait,
but
who's the lead singer?
I don't even fucking know.
Oh my
Like,
god,
I'm
I
not-
used to know this.
I like their music. It's
Roger Daltrey.
whatever it is. I like their music for the most part. Some of their songs. They're old songs.
Yeah, I don't.
But I look.
I'm looking up the
So
band
we're going.
members.
We're going.
When is it?
I don't fucking know. August.
Oh, is it inside or outside?
Fuck me. It better be inside.
It
Fuck.
it could be really hot.
I'm gonna pull one of these fucking cards.
Wait, I'm not done. So, and
what?
back to
Oh.
Eminem. So, Jelly Roll, the artist Jelly Roll, was
See
in
the fucking
Detroit.
all the shit on his face?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was he just did one of his tour dates in Detroit, and guess who the surprise guest was that joined him on stage?
Eminem.
Eminem.
I like Eminem.
Eminem.
I'm not a huge rap fan, but I love Eminem.
Yeah. Oh, and with this 25th anniversary of the LP with Slim Shady on it, I think it's called Slim Shady. There's like memorabilia that's coming with it.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. So I knew Roger Daltrey, Pete Townsend is who I couldn't think of.
Pete Townsend, I think. Didn't
And then
he die?
Keith Moon. No, Keith Moon died. Keith Moon was the
Why
drummer.
did I think Pete Townsend was dead?
And you know who's subbing for Keith Moon, who died a long time ago? Zach Starkey, which I think is Ringo Starr's son. Ringo Starr is actually, what is his name?
Starkey?
Yeah, but what's the first name? I don't know. Maybe it's not.
I don't know.
Maybe it's not. It's not. I don't think he's related to
Well, and
Ringo.
so they're having
Wait. The drummer for The Who now, because you're going to see this person, is Zach Starkey. And he is the son of Ringo Starr and Maureen Starkey. That was Ringo's first wife.
I thought maybe Starr was short for Starkey. No, okay. So there are various opening acts for The Who.
Who are they?
One of them is fucking Billy Bob Thornton, who I didn't know fucking sang. I'm not really a big fan of his. He's kind of weird. I didn't know he sang. And I said to him, I'm a fucking hostile if he's the opener. I'm gonna be fucking hostile. Like, it
Wait,
better be,
I've got to find this
it better
out
be
now.
somebody else.
Does he have a band or is it just him?
He's in a fucking band. I don't know.
Well, it's
I
kind of
don't-
like Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon has the Bacon Brothers.
I knew that he was in a band. Kevin Bacon. I've heard his music. It's okay. What? And Joe wanted to go to a music festival in August. Music festival and the word August together. Go fuck yourself.
Wait, where was that?
It's in Harrisburg, it's in Hershey, and it's
Oh.
Willie Nelson and Bob Dylan, which is, if it were indoors, it's an all day music festival. I can't do music festivals like all day in the heat like that. I'm too old for that shit.
On
I'm not doing
asphalt.
it. And like sober. I mean, I think you're supposed to like do drugs while you're there, right? I mean, I haven't been to a music festival in a long time, but the last ones that I went to, the Horde Fest, there were a lot of
Not
drugs
whore.
involved.
Not War.
Yeah. So, and I love Bob Dylan, as I've discussed before. You don't, but not now. His day is done.
Well, maybe that's why I don't really like him.
His music now is shit because he cannot sing the way he used to, and it's very upsetting. And Willie Nelson's not that great either right now.
Willie
So,
Nelson's like 80-some years old.
he's old. During COVID, he did like a thing from his house. It was like a
Podcast?
Christmas thing from his
Oh.
house. Yeah, like I don't
He
know.
lives in
It was
Maui.
awful. It was awful. He has a house in Texas too, and a
He has
house
in
in
Maui,
Maui. Okay.
Billy Bob Thornton's band it's called Billy Bob Thornton and the Boxmasters. Boxmasters.
Hit playing a song, but you can't play it long.
I know.
We get copyright shit.
And why do I always get the commercials? Why do I have
Just
to
turn it
get
off.
the
Never
commercials?
mind. I thought you were like on Amazon Music or
No,
something.
here, I got it. So,
Does he have that hat on with the stupid thing around his head? He does. I can't. You gotta turn it off. Turn it off.
okay, yeah, he has a bandana on. That's odd.
I just.
But who knows? Who knew he sings?
Wasn't he involved with
Angelina Jolie?
I was gonna
They were
look
married.
the lips.
He used to
Angelina
carry a vial of her blood around in a necklace, and I think she carried his on her
Case
neck.
and fucking point. There. Case and point. Okay. Let's delve into this fucker.
Wow, someone's hostile.
Delve deck. We're gonna pull one of these. What time are we at? Okay. Well, fuck me.
Let's pick a
That's
different
dumb.
one.
Well, let's just we pulled it. So let's just. What fragrance do others like that you can't stand? I had trouble reading that. What fragrance do others like that you can't stand? Flowers.
Flowers,
I
anything
can't
rose.
do-
Oh my god, rose perfume. What? That's like old lady perfume. It smells like fucking roses.
I can't do I like the smell like if I buy a bouquet of flowers, not fucking lilies though. Like if it's a kind of fragrant or whatever, but I can't do floral.
No,
It makes me
lilies.
wheeze. I can't. Floral candles, like I love the smell of them, and then I like them, and I'm like,
Yeah, no floral. No floral. Especially the smell of rose. It just reminds me roses. It
I
reminds me
can't
of
do
like an
rose.
old lady.
I remember I bought a Yankee candle years ago that was tulip. You can
Tulips don't really have a big
associate
smell. Yeah.
tulips having a scent. Wow, oh my god, I wheezed and wheezed and wheezed, and then finally I had to go. I had a lilac one. Fuck it. I burned that for like 5 minutes. My eyes burned for like 2 days.
I love
and I had to go in
lilacs,
the
but
trash.
too many in a closed area where there's
Right.
no air
like
circulation
outside,
will wheeze
they
me.
smell lovely.
My
I
outside
can't
smells
do
nice because I have a
inside.
Korean lilac bush and it bloomed and it smells lovely.
Well, I have
It's
to
on the
sniff
other
it when
side
it's
of the
not
house.
pouring down
It's
rain.
on the other side of the
Let's
house.
pull another one because that one sucked.
Oh.
What do people often wrongly assume about you? I don't fucking know. Do they tell us or assume something and tell you?
Yeah, that I'm more uptight than I really am.
People assume that you're uptight.
Yeah.
Who?
I don't know. Like our cousins, for one, that didn't think I swore and sent all those cards out during COVID.
Oh, right. They thought they actually said that they would expect that from me and not you. They were right. Well, and Jackie, when you had sent Jackie the
Coloring book?
Jackie, she passed, and when she was sick, you had sent her like the rude coloring book, and she was like, she and her brother both were like, I can't believe that was from you. I like had to double check. I thought it was from Megan.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, people think that
Right,
I'm no.
I don't know what people assume about me. Now I need to know. I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm trying to think, because you're like kind of all out there. Like,
But my
what you
business is, I just tell people, right? I just tell people, not like my business, but like things happening in my life business. Like I'm pretty much an open book. People might assume based on the things I say that like I'm total like a people hater. I don't know, but I'm very nice. Like I'm very nice. I'm very giving.
You
Like
are.
like when this fucking St. Jude commercials come on and Joe's like, put your fucking wallet back. Do not get your wallet out. And like the Salvation Army, like whatever. I'm like, but I hate awful people, and there's a lot of them. Like so, I have to have the rage about people, but I have no idea.
People are a little
People
surprised
assume
that I
about me.
have. It goes two ways. I've heard people say to me, "Oh my God, you have a lot of rage in you." That seemed to have surprised them, and then I have other people that say, "I didn't know. Like, where'd that rage come from?" I'm like, "Rage? I'm full of rage. I'm 100%
I
rage
got the rage, I got fucking rage all the time.
all the
Ready?
time."
Okay, this is the last one. What time are we at? We're gonna have to roll up soon.
What's this
roll
one?
up soon. We're gonna
Roll
wrap
up.
this up
We're gonna
soon.
roll
We're gonna
up.
roll the fuck up. What would be in your own version of a hell?
Wait, let me see that question. What would be in your own version of hell?
My neighbors, and a lot of heat and cats. I'm sorry if you're a cat person. I'm like very allergic to cats.
My personal version of
And they
hell
scare me.
would be walking around in the heat in Disney World
Oh yeah.
in
Fucking people and
crowded
children.
in crowded season That's during the summer. It's like 90 degrees. You've got other people stink on you, and you're just got swamp ass. It's so uncomfortable. That is my That's what would be in my personal hell. More heat than is already. Yeah. And let's add the humidity. It's the humidity.
People, screaming babies, cats, and lima beans.
Lima beans and liver.
I like liver.
God, Dad, that was the worst meal. I have to tell you.
When we were in Naples, we got they had chicken liver pate. It was fucking delicious.
I do enjoy some pate. I'm not quite sure why, because it's liver. But I'm telling you, the worst meal ever in the history of histories was Dad making that liver.
Chicken livers.
No, not chicken livers. The beef liver, onions, and lima beans.
I won't make it. We have cat's liver.
I used to go around it and open all the windows because it stunk.
I made it once. First of all, there's a technique to it that I've not mastered.
Did Dad like put it in flour or something?
He did that with the chicken livers. I'm not sure. He probably did it with this. With. Do
you remember the electric? It was the electric frying pan. You plugged that baby in, and it had a low, a medium, and a hot, and he put that in there, and there was a lid. Do they even make those anymore?
Those electric. They don't have it anymore.
Those electric,
but I don't know. But
pan.
Right.
He cooked everything in that.
Mine fell apart when I tried to make it, which skied me out a little bit. Yeah, like it's delicate. Calf's liver, and it kind of fell apart. Mm-hmm. And then I was like grossed out because it was like I was having a hard time of it but also then the fucking house stunk.
Oh.
And so I was like, I never make so like when we have it, like we'll have it out or like we'll take it to Mom and Dad's. Have Dad make it. I'm like, I'm not.
Dad orders it out at restaurants, for God's sakes.
Yeah, because you can't get it all the time. It's delicious. It's delicious.
I guess if the restaurant's buying a whole cattle.
There's so many fucked up things people are like, that's disgusting, but I love.
No, but it was the worst smelling meal. I can remember coming home from school or like I was at something after school and he was cooking that. In the dead of winter, I went around and opened all the windows because fucking stunk, and then your clothes stunk like.
Yeah. Well, like, so we were discussing, I don't know, last episode about, like, fish. You're supposed to have fish twice a week.
Yeah.
And we like fish, and we try to have it twice a week. But then the fucking smell in the kitchen, I gotta, like, move the candle out to the kitchen. And we have to run the dishwasher immediately. Yeah. Because otherwise, like, the next morning, I'll open the dishwasher, put, like, a coffee mug in there. I'm like, whoa, oh, my God, fuck. So the other night, we had like, salmon burgers.
Dad used to make those.
These were not homemade. These were bought already to go. Voila. Like, they were very good. I've gotten them from Trader Joe's, and I bought them at BJ's, whatever. They're very good. And I made a cabbage slaw, right? Sometimes I cook and Joe cleans. When I load the dishwasher, though, I will rinse the dishes first. Not like a fucking scrub them, like all.
I scrub.
Right? No, I just give them a quick rinse to get like the whatever off. But Joe will just stick them in. So the other day we had the cabbage slaw and we had the salmon burgers, and those dishes went into the dishwasher. And later that night, the next morning, whenever it was, I mean, because it's just two of us, so like, I mean, it wasn't full, and we usually wait till it's full to run it. Nope, that fucker ran. I opened it, I'm like, whoa, God, fuck.
Here's what I've started doing in the past year. That dishwasher gets run every night before I go to bed, even if there were only 6 dishes in there. It gets run because you know what? It fucking stinks.
You do rinse.
I do. It just can stink. So no, I run the dishwasher. Call it wasteful.
Stunk.
I don't know, but it just gets run. I don't need that smell. Oh, be quiet. It's an efficient dishwasher. They use less water now.
Bullshit.
That's what they say.
I just run for fucking 3.5 hours with the heat.
With the heat? Well, that's the drying part.
And then it doesn't even fucking dry completely. Look,
you know what? I think it's the plastic. Like, my plastic things, like the Tupperware things, don't get all dry. Like, my glasses and my silverware and stuff are dry.
Well, anything with like a divot. You know, like the bowl has a divot, where the glass has like a little divot, like it'll... And, like, the lids to the Tupperware get, like, a layer of water, and then, like, yeah. So you have to start at the bottom and work your way up.
So that makes me hostile.
The water, right, and nothing makes me more pissed off than, like, fucking water going all over the dry dishes.
Yeah, or dropping on you. Like, when I take the Cool Whip container out, because it's a good storage container.
It's so bad, because that's, like, leaking all kinds of, like, plastic into your food. I switched to glass. I have some plastic containers, but I switched to glass containers for leftovers. Because then I could just put them in the microwave to heat them up.
Have you seen my house?
It's not leaking plastic into me.
You can't reheat
plastic in the microwave.
I know, but have you seen my house?
Even Joe knows that because we were watching it the night and that somebody put something in the microwave to reheat it. And
I don't put plastic in the microwave. I store things in plastic, but I don't put the plastic in the microwave.
But now also I get the special plastic that says like no, what is it?
I also don't believe...
BPA or the fuck it is.
I don't believe that you can use saran wrap or whatever the hell that other stuff is over top of something in the microwave.
No, I don't think you're supposed to put
No,
that in the
but
microwave.
I've seen on my saran wrap box, it says microwave safe. No plastic goes in there. No metal goes in there.
Don't even get me started with saran wrap. Saran wrap, you want to see me fucking hostile. Fucking saran wrap. Oh my god. So they have like the press and seal that I love.
I like the
and
press
then
and
the commercial,
seal.
like they'll show it like they'll turn the container up and like upside
With
down and
fruit in
shake
it,
it,
yeah.
right? And nothing comes out.
Have you tried
But
that?
to a degree, not quite like that. But the thing is that it leaves a sticky residue
It does.
on your things that doesn't always come off. And like I have some serverware that's like hand wash only, and I'm like trying to get it the fuck off, and I can't, and then I'm like fucking hostile. So then I go back to the original saran wrap, like I had it out yesterday because I bought ground chicken, supposed to be 3 pounds. Got out the food scale so I could divide it evenly and put it in 3 separate bags. We're short by 4 ounces. No, it was 2 pounds 6 ounces, so we're way short. 2 pounds. Wait, 2 pounds 12 ounces. Yes, so we're short 4 ounces, which may be hostile because the packaging said 3 pounds. It was not 3 pounds.
You should call them.
So I had gotten out the fucking saran wrap and tore off 3 sheets, fucking clung to everything. I was trying to like lay them out.
And
like,
you try to
whatever.
like lay it out then once it's like, and it just doesn't work.
I mean,
I've taken
I just,
trouble.
I just was like, fuck. I mean, it makes me insane. So like I was getting it out to like put each little chunk of chicken in and wrap it, and then I put it in the bag marked, like with the date and like what it is for the freezer. So I can't, the saran wrap, I mean, I'm just trying to unroll it, trying to tear it off, and then fucking...
That's dad.
Oh,
That's a little bit of dad
my
right
God.
there in you. That's a little bit of dad.
Thank God Joe wasn't the kitchen
Can you-
for it. I mean, I was like losing my mind.
She says there's no rage in the kitchen with her. There is a lot of rage. I've seen her cook, I've seen her clean up, and I've seen her battle the plasticware.
Fucking saran wrap. Fuck, I hate it.
Speaking of, and I need to find for next time, sometimes I write, you reminded me when you said bags and putting in the freezer, sometimes I use a Sharpie, love a Sharpie.
You gotta hold the bag like really flat.
I know,
so
but
to write.
here's the thing,
Head all over the place.
because they smell, and I've gotten food boxes.
Does it go into the food?
Yes, and someone's written on the outside with a Sharpie.
Really?
So it can seep into the food, no joke. True stuff. So they're actually, and I just found it, and now I need to find it again, and I'll tell everybody. There's a pen that is for not writing on the food, but like for
On the
writing
freezer bag.
on a freezer bag,
Fascinating.
writing on the foil,
I use
writing
a Sharpie.
on a box. If
But
you're
I-
sending somebody a bunch of
I
candy or something
considered
at
that,
Easter.
though. Like yesterday, like I let it dry, and before I put the food in it, like I gave it a couple minutes. Plus, I was fighting with the fucking saran wrap.
No.
So thinking like I'm always afraid that it's gonna like seep into it.
Yeah, I mean, it can. I don't know.
Well, my friend made me weed cookies, and she wrote on the outside with a saran with a marker. Look, I'll have to sniff them and see if they smell like.
Well, they might not because if they've been in the freezer. But my point
Sharpie.
is that if you use enough Sharpie, like again, I've gotten boxes with like cookies or candy or something in it, and they've written in Sharpie, like even just like fragile on
Right.
like all 4 sides, but it's a wide.
I use the wide one.
They use
Maybe
the
I should
wide
use
one.
the thin one. The
I don't know,
the-
but it
the
still
bulk-
smells,
not the
and
bulk
I
one,
can
but-
smell it. And when I open the box, that's all I'm
I
smelling.
love
So.
the smell of Sharpie.
Oh my god.
Or
Well,
vanilla.
it's not good for you. So
Sniff it.
I don't know if it's smelling once you take it out of the freezer or what, but they talked about how it's just not good. So you can use a Sharpie for everything else, just not on food contained items.
Well,
If that makes
good to know,
sense.
good to know. We got to wrap up.
Yeah.
But real quick, we did not talk about it last time with Sean's prom.
The Shaunator's prom.
God damn it! So he had invited Joe and I like several times.
You couldn't really
Joe-
go,
we couldn't-
though. I
No, but he
mean-
was like, "Do you want to go to the prom?" I'm like, you can't. It's not like a big free for all party. we
It's
just
not like a
invite
wedding
people,
where you can
right?
just, yeah.
Well, even a wedding is not free for all. We just invite people. So we kept inviting me and Joe. We couldn't go. Then, and those of you that are on Facebook saw, he rode that fucking mechanical bull, and then I was
I'm looking
hostile
for it.
because he asked me to chaperone. Because I'm like, I'm not gonna go to the prom. He said, "Do you want to chaperone?" I'm not fucking chaperoning because I was so sure he wouldn't go that I promised him he could sleep over, and he's not brought it up, which is amazing. He has not brought it up.
Give him time.
He'll remember.
He's
but
still
I
on his-
told him that if he went to the, I was so sure he would not go to the after party because he goes to bed like 8
It's a
o'clock.
post-prom party at the high school, not like your friend's house with all the beer. It was a post-prom high school.
All night party at the high
yeah.
school. It's called it all night. Anyway, I was so sure he was not going to go that I told him he could have. He's not allowed to have sleepovers here because the fucker gets up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So after the last one a couple years ago, he's been banned. No more sleepovers because I can't handle that kind of shit.
And I have to come get him at 4 in the morning.
Well, I told him if he woke up that time, he was like, right. I mean, he came in the bedroom. He's like, I want to hug. I'm like, I'm gonna throat punch you. Get away from the bed. Go the fuck back to bed.
Oh my God.
And he's like, I want to hug my uncle. I'm like, don't want to hug. Get the fuck away from the bed. I will throat punch. I'm like, he was started coming around my side of the bed. I'm like, you come around the side of the bed, I will throat punch you.
No wonder he is.
Right. So anyway, I was so sure. So that morning at 4:00, you came and got him, and then I was like beside myself. Like, I even cried. It was so fucking early in the morning, and I felt bad sending him home, but like I couldn't. I couldn't. Anyway, so sure he was not going to attend this party. Then I told him if he went, he could sleep over, and then sure fucking enough,
he went, and he had the energy. So the prom,
and he rode a mechanical bull, and I'm very hostile because it's on my bucket list.
They had a mechanical bull. So the gym, so they do this, and it's not sponsored by the school. It's sponsored by the parents of seniors. They donate the money, donate the items, donate all the stuff, and there are prizes, whatnot. So the gym, they convert into like a big moon bounce place. So everything is one of those blow ups. They have like a soccer field where you wear like a big ball. I'll show you a picture. Then they have this, I almost said cattle, this bull that's on, moon bounce stuff. They have a hungry hippo game. Yeah, that you are the hungry hippo, the person. Oh, it's fun. On a moon bounce thing, and then they have the typical moon bounce slide. So here is Sean on the
mechanical bull.
Oh my God, I forgot. But wait, jeez, so he stayed. So the post prom party started at 11:30 and went from 11:30 to 3 in the morning, and we left
People
at 12.
People had to chaperone this shit. I mean, how the fuck you staying up that late?
Well, they did it in shifts, but still, it sucks.
My God.
And so he lasted until 12:45. I took a picture and sent it to you and said Elvis has left the building. So here is Sean loving, by the way, the mechanical bull. Here we go.
He is my child. He is. Look at that. We don't need sound. They don't need sound. But this isn't the one you sent me. The one that you sent me. I mean, I could stay on that. That's easy.
Did it go faster? Well, this is the first ride on there.
You sent me one. He was on there for like 2 seconds. If I flew off the back.
Oh well, then is it this? No, that's not him. And then he had to help his friends because his friends wanted to do it. So then he had to help his friends up there.
The problem is like getting on it. Like
the getting on is challenging.
Like Joe asked me the other day, it was when we were watching Yellowstone last week, and Joe asked me if I'd ever been on a horse. And I'm like, yeah, I've been on a horse, but I have trouble getting on it. I always had to like climb, get on a bucket or like climb a little step stool or something because I have short legs. So to get one foot, I mean, the horse is fucking big. So one stirrup is like here, and you gotta put a fucking foot in the stirrup. I mean, like, I can't do that. And then swing your other leg around. I mean, I couldn't.
Well, Sean is tall. Sean is tall. So we did help his friends because they all wanted to be on it. So that was really nice. But I think this is the video that you're talking about where he fell off the back. Oh,
yeah. Oh, here we go. And he's done.
And he laughed. He loved
right?
it.
It's great.
He loved it. Wait, and I have to show you him as the human ball here. This is funny. See?
Oh, that's fun.
It's like soccer. And they have handles inside those balls so that you can hold on to it.
You lay and roll?
Yeah, but they didn't. You know, John had to point this out to me that because it's so inflated, when you fall, you won't whap your head off the floor.
He had to fucking point that out to you? The fuck? Oh my God.
I was like,
oh my God.
Here's what it looks like. So there's a goal, in the regular floor, and then the sides are the inflatables.
You're kind of fucking special. Okay. On that note.
Wow.
On that note.
He loved the mechanical bull.
He had a hellish good time.
Yeah, until he was done, and then he's like, "I'm done." I'm like, "Don't you want to go do X, Y, and Z?" No. He's like, "No, I'm done."
And then he slept for days.
He slept until 1 p.m. and only because he would have slept longer, but we woke him up. He slept till 1 p.m. on Sunday.
And then he was off Monday and Tuesday and slept till noon both days.
Well, Monday was senior skip day. I mean, I do have to say the seniors planned this well.
It was smart to do it.
So they have the prom, then the all-night party. Then Monday they had a senior skip day because then Tuesday the schools were closed because of the primaries. They used the schools as the election places. So they had a 4-day weekend.
That's something wrong with that straw. I'm having really bad. I'm having a really fucking hard time of it. My God, a really hard time of it.
What was I saying about him? Oh, I wanted to do this, but there was a really long line. It looks like a telephone booth, and you get in, and they blow $100 bills up, and they're real $100 bills.
I'd be cutting a bit
and you have to like,
to it.
you have to get them, and you can keep them. You can keep the money.
Fun.
I was like, can I get in there and do that?
No, it's not for parents. Just like I probably would not have been allowed to ride the mechanical bull. I would have. And fuck all y'all. I'm getting on that.
Oh no, the principal was on the
But
principal
that's
was
the
on it.
principal. Now I'm pissed off. Sons of bitches.
See,
It's all right. My ass will get on one of these days.
you could have chaperoned. I could have stayed home.
I also wouldn't need a crowded auditorium full of teenagers watching me try to get on the fucking thing.
It wasn't that crowded right then in that room. You know what? One of his favorite parts of the whole thing was the limo ride into the city.
So he broke a glass. You need to pay $25 to replace it.
Well, that was,
I still think anyway.
That was-
limo driver was
yeah.
douche.
and it wasn't a big
Douche
deal, but
too.
he loved the limo. It was a stretch limo. He's never seen such a thing. He goes, I think they can make them bigger. I'm like, I don't think they can make a bigger than
They cannot
10
make them bigger.
seater because
No.
there's no driving it. It'd be like those double loop buses. You know what I mean? Like that have
Right.
the accordion in the middle, so then when they make a turn.
Right? Oh my God.
I'm surprised he didn't ask to sit up front with the driver.
I'm shocked too. He might have. You just didn't hear about it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a possibility. He likes to be up front,
And their teachers of his class went, so he was happy to see all of them.
which is fun. Yes.
Okay.
He's trying to get them all to his graduation party. He wants to have 600 people at his graduation party.
I mean,
love it.
we do know, he knows
Like,
600
all the bus
people, but we're not
garage,
having,
all,
yeah, yeah.
all the gym teachers, all the maintenance crew, the security guards. Like,
Oh my God, the security guards, he's fist bumping at the, at the post-prom
he's
party.
like the fucking mayor.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Post-prom
All right. I'm sorry.
party.
I'm having
Yeah.
a little nose
Okay,
run.
well, on that,
It's cold out here. I have a little nose run all of a sudden. I had like an itch, and then like now I got the run.
oh my God.
The run on my nose.
Okay, on that note, we're going to go.
And my bad nostril that split will never fucking heal. But
Never gonna heal.
cauterize it, and so I'm not having my fucking nose cauterized. So I'll just go along.
Wait, who said they
the
were going to
doctor.
cauterize
'Cause
it?
I was at the doctor. I'm like, it split last Christmas. When I wiped it with a paper towel. I was in pain. I was crying. The paper towel. I just grabbed a paper towel, wiped my nose, and it like split. See.
Yeah, how
Yeah.
are you in pain
And it
last
split.
Christmas, or was it 2 years
My
ago
back
before you're back? So
Before-
2 years ago.
Not this past Christmas.
Oh.
Last Christmas.
Okay.
Last Christmas. Christmas 2023. And so it's split.
Mhm.
And it's just it'll heal and split and heal and split and heal and split and heal and split.
Like we have to cauterize
And
it.
so the doctor was like, "Oh, that's a delicate area. We can cauterize it." But fuck that cauterizing my fucking nose.
Just
Nope.
take a match to
Nope.
it.
Can you imagine the smell too? And it's right there. It stinks. The other day I had a candle lit and I reached across it and it singed a little something. I didn't feel it. I mean, it felt warm, but I pulled away quick. But I could smell it. I was like, "Oh fuck!" And I'm like, "Oh, I must have singed off a little arm hair there because it was really close."
Who was I talking to the other day, and they had a candle in their house, and they singed their bangs, and it like melted them, and it smelled really
It
bad.
stinks. When I caught my ponytail on fire that summer working at the Grateful Dog on campus, I've told this story, but for those of you that don't remember or are new and don't want to go back and listen to 70 other episodes, I was working at the hot dog stand called the Grateful Dog on campus, at Penn State campus during college, and it was like gas, and I was like new to like the whole gas thing. And like by myself, like the guy would come like drop the card off and like get me started. He would like leave, and I had to like do it. So I'm like looking at it, and like the water's not boiling for the hot dog. So I take the pan out, and I'm fucking around with the gas, and I didn't see it. And I had a sweater on, like a fuzzy. I had the cardigan on. It was fuzzy. Love that sweater. And then I had to go in the trash. And I reached for something or whatever, and it caught. So it was like a fuzzy pilly sweater, like big. It was meant like big pills, like all over it, right? And it was like, phoom, like the whole the sleeve, and it just the whole thing was like, phoom. And I had my ponytail in the back, and it singed off like the bottom of my ponytail. And I took the sweater off quick, right? And I tore it off, and I
Stop,
threw it
drop,
down,
and roll.
and was stomping on the sweater. And then but my hair, it smelled so bad. Oh, it fucking stunk.
And once you get that
and then
smell,
I had to
you
go
can't
home
get...
and like cut off like the little bit of like the little
Burnt.
bit of singed
Like
end
melted,
because it
yeah.
stunk all day. Like I fucking
And that's one of those smells that you can't get out of your nose.
no, and it was cold, and so my sweater stunk. And I'm like, but I had to put the sweater back on after I assessed it was safely the fire was put out. And then that sweater went in the trash because that sweater was no more. And I'm sure anyone like looking out their office window or like driving by was like, "What the fuck?" I mean, like ripped it off and like threw it to the ground, like jumping on it, like the fucking crazy girl.
Were you right in front of Shields building?
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's an
Yeah.
office building.
Yeah. Yes,
Oh,
right
looking
across from the
Intramural
the
building?
intramural building. Yes, from the IM building. Yes, heavily trafficked area. Yes, all those windows. Yep. There I was. Yep.
Oh,
God, the good times. Anyway, okay. So on that note, I'm fucking hours.
Have a great week.
Have a great week. What time is it? Oh yeah. Have a great week, and we will see you next week. Thanks so much
See you.
for tuning in.
Have a good one.
Bye bye.